Gamers.
Yo, gamers, what's good?
We've been off for a little while.
Yeah.
Life's been busy. Had to go on a work trip, so we didn't get to really record and drop anything last week. But
Yeah, we figured, we'll jump back in with something a little easy. We didn't know it would be this easy, but yeah, we're talking about Canadian games because it's Canada Day tomorrow. If we do what we're supposed to do, technically you should be listening to this on Canada Day, but we'll see.
for the 5 people who watch our videos, you probably know we are Canadian,
Yeah,
proud Canadians, and we love our country.
proud of.
And so,
Oh yeah, okay.
okay, well, maybe some of us are proud Canadians. Yeah, we wanted to kind of take some time and recognize how our country has contributed to the gaming landscape. And, we're going to go through this list. It's called madeincanadagames.ca.
I'll be real, I was a lot more cynical until I saw a couple of the titles. I thought we just had crap. Like, I did not even know we had good games, but then except for a few. But then I heard some names. I was like, actually, this might be a decent video. We might actually have some good Canadian games to talk about. So yeah, for the visual backdrop, we have this website here just because, having a visual is super epic for a podcast for the 5 people who actually watch it.
Yeah, and plus we're just going through this list, and I guess we'll stop and talk about the games
Yeah,
that
if
are
it's
great,
interesting,
and
right?
especially how it may have influenced broader gaming as a whole, if we see it fit.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about how shit this game is and
How
it brings a disgrace. Disgrace to
how
our country.
shameful it is.
Yeah. So we organized the list here by the rating. It's only games with 50+ reviews, so you got shit like
some random shit
Flop
like
Excellent,
Flip-Flop.
Beastie Ball, things I think none of us have heard of. A turn-based volleyball RPG.
Yeah,
sounds sick.
Oh wait, I don't know if I've heard of that. I may have in Hello Indie Game Bands type videos, but yeah.
We wanted to say there's a lot of great indie devs from Canada, and there's gonna be some we're gonna mention you're all gonna know and love. So
yeah.
Let's jump
they're kind of carrying low-key.
Yeah, we kind of are. Yeah.
So, anyway, we can start scrolling. We'll just jump on shit that's actually interesting.
A Short Hike. Have you played Short Hike?
No. What is this, like a walking simulator type shit?
Not quite a walking simulator, but it's a little 2-hour experience or something like that, if I remember correctly. Maybe even 30 minutes.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it. It's just you're in a small park as this little bird, and you're climbing, and there's some activities to do, and there's a fun movement mechanic, and you unlock more energy to fly further as you play through it. It's a really nice short experience, and it's very relaxing, very cute.
When did you play this?
I played this 3-4 years ago.
Damn, I feel it. Would you play this now? A game like this?
Yeah,
you would.
It's an hour experience, or
yeah, I'm bad at that. Even if it's an hour, I won't even start these kinds of games oftentimes because I feel like it's gonna be a bit boring.
No, it's fun enough. It's for the time you're using it. It's a fun little cute world to explore, and I really like the the graphics remind me of DS style art.
Oh, okay.
Which really stood out to me when I first played it. Just overall cute game. Everyone praises it for a reason, and I think it deserves the praise it gets.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, who the hell is
Poosh? Everybody's Poosh.
Pizza Tower. I played this last year finally. I didn't even know this was Canadian. But Pizza Tower, obviously great revival of the Wario Land series.
Formula, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
not
the
series,
formula.
But
the formula.
That formula.
And yeah, it's a very fun, expressive game. I think there's a lot. I've told you, I really think you should play it. Especially, I think Sonic
I tried, bro.
I
don't know why this game just didn't really click for me. I think it's just I just didn't get used to the controls. If I gave it a bit more time, maybe I would have gotten used to it. I know it's great. I mean, I love the style. I love the music, the aesthetic, everything. I really love the attitude of this game. But I didn't give it a fair spin, I guess. When I tried it, the controls are I wasn't super gelling with them. And then I was kind of I'm struggling to have that nice free flowing movement in the game, which I'm sure if I get used to it, it would make the game super satisfying. But yeah,
it is a little tough. It's a pretty hard game for me. But I think the ends of the stages where you have to run out of the stage, I think you'd really like that part. There's a lot of opportunities for it to feel Sonic-like.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of speed running kind of it's it kind of nudges you towards speed running a lot of the game design. So I've heard of that. I'm gonna probably give it another chance. This is a game I have on my Retroid that's just waiting for me to just decide one day okay, it's time to play through this and actually give it a fair spin.
For sure. Next, obviously, this has got to be mentioned. This was like everyone's game of the year last year. This is probably James's.
This is my game of the year again this year.
Yeah, maybe it might be. And so this has like definitely
This game's
inspired a lot of
perfect.
people.
Yeah, it's a Tetris level game in my opinion.
By the way, if you're not watching, we're talking about Balatro.
Oh right, we should probably mention the names of the games just for people that are just listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, Balatro is like, I know you like Balatro.
I really liked it, but I definitely don't like it I haven't played it as much as you.
I'm bad. Like this game is just, I mean, this happens to so many people, so it's like been there, done that for a lot of people listening probably. But I got a bunch of gold stakes in this game. Like I'm just like always playing it. Whenever I don't know what to play, I'll just boot up Balatro, and I'm always like, it's just a perfect game. It's also a perfect game for 2 monitors because you'll have like YouTube on one side and you have like Balatro. There's so much depth to this game. This game's fucking perfect. And honestly, this might be one of the most influential Canadian games ever when we look at it in the future, because
I agree. Yeah.
the roguelike genre was already like popular forever, but this really changed just how experimental you can get with the roguelike genre, I would say, like to a point where, I guess you could say Slay the Spire kind of did it first, but I don't know. Balatro is just like, I think it's better balanced. It's more weird. It's just gets all the simple things right. It's just a perfect game. I could talk about this for hours.
Dopamine fest as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. It's like actually bad for your mental health, this game, because it's the
I'm not gonna lie, that's part of the reason why I'm like, I don't want to go back to the game either. I'm just like, it feels like you can easily sink in hours into this game in a day and waste your day.
Balatro is one of the few video games I play where it's like, it feels as bad for me as like scrolling shorts. Like where like I'm just kind of in that loop and I'm just can't really put it down.
It's junk food in a way. It's a drug. It's a drug in the game.
It's actual crack.
It's the same reason why I never touched Vampire Survivors. Like I tried it a little bit, but I didn't get too into it because I'm like, yo, this shit just looks like brain-numbing gameplay.
Yeah, dude.
And it's made by people who worked on like casino games and stuff.
That makes sense.
They designed it to be that like.
Yeah, definitely. Dopamine. I got really addicted to that for a short period of time. The thing about Balatro is it has a lot more depth.
There's definitely a lot more thinking.
Well, I think that makes it so it sticks with you even longer. Because Vampire Survivors, I got kind of bored. Because it really is kind of, to a certain extent, it's kind of like playing slots with a little bit of input. You know? This game, it's not. This game, there's so much calculating to do and kind of optimizing hands, especially on the harder like stakes, like gold stake.
Right.
And that depth keeps me coming back. And then the addicting like dopamine rush just makes it impossible to put down. It's a fucking crazy. This is like game design as a science, Balatro.
Yeah, it really is like game design down to a textbook science.
Yeah, like a fucking formula or something.
Yeah, like I assume game design like courses and stuff are going to be more in like universities as we go further. It's already in a lot of like media centric post-secondary schools, but like as it becomes a more mainstream field of study, like this game is gonna be very up there. It's gonna be like in game design 101 classes probably.
Yeah, well that's what like the Electric Underground is always talking about, like games being more like this and less like, you know, PS2 games that are kind of like, they're fun, but you kind of have to give them, you know, like a little bit more, like you got to give them a bit more of your energy, because they're not going to give you that like fucking, I don't know, like that feedback. Cocaine type of dopamine rush. Like,
but I mean, you all know what Balatro is. We're not saying anything.
Yeah, we don't have
hasn't been said about it.
Yeah, my bad.
Amazing game. So we'll move on. Crimson Diamond, no clue.
No clue.
Rimworld, I've seen
heard
this,
the name.
I just see this on like Steam sales and stuff. Never.
Shout out to the 5 people who like Rimworld.
Yeah. Celeste.
That one's for you.
Definitely one of the best platforming games ever, I think.
I'm really surprised this is Canadian, by the way. I had no idea Celeste was Canadian.
Not surprised at all, but I did know it was Canadian. I think they, if I remember correctly, like, and even on like the loading or like the companies it shows at the beginning, it shows like made in Canada or something like that. I might be remembering wrong, but obviously everyone's probably heard of this too. If you're watching a gaming podcast, you've definitely heard of this.
Yeah.
Amazing platformer, cool art, incredible soundtrack. A great story that's like very heartwarming and inspiring. And I think also it kind of revived like challenging. I wouldn't say revived, but it was just kind of a really good challenging platformer at a time where we were kind of lacking them.
Yeah, like I think like a lot of people were kind of shifting more to Metroidvanias, and we hadn't seen like a really high quality big platformer of that echelon in a while. Like I feel like the last time that you had a really big indie platformer was Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Like a really big one. There was a bunch of good platformers, but like I'm saying, one that really took over.
I think before Shovel Knight, it might have been Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, I was thinking Super Meat Boy before Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
By the way, I replayed Shovel Knight fully this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, from one end to the other. That game is still a 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Yeah.
Celeste. Fun fact about Celeste. Maybe people don't know this, but this started as a Pico 8 game.
Yeah. Well, in the game, there's like you can unlock like Pico 8 stages.
Oh yeah.
That's how I learned about what. Well, I didn't even know what Pico 8 was. I just thought it was like a made up console in the game universe.
Viewers probably don't even know what Pico 8 is.
Yeah,
so for people that don't know, Pico 8 is just like it's like a fantasy console. Essentially, a bunch of devs make games within the restrictions of this fantasy console, and so Pico 8 is kind of like emulating a system that never really existed.
Yeah, it made like a fake console that like has its own hardware limitations.
Yeah, the games are all 1x1, so they're all square aspect ratio.
Yeah,
it's fucking sick.
But I only learned about Pico 8 through Celeste because you unlock some Pico 8 stages, and I thought like it was just a made up console in the universe.
The game. Okay.
And only like 2 years ago, you told me about like Pico 8 being like a made up console that like devs like it's like a project framework of some sort.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I've played more Pico 8 Celeste than I've played actual Celeste, just because it's like the best game to play on Pico 8, pretty much.
Probably true, even though I haven't played anything on Pico 8. Anyway, Celeste was also very, I think, it inspired a lot of indie devs in the platforming mechanics.
You think? Actually, I'm not sure about. Like, I haven't seen a lot of platformers kind of take inspiration from Celeste. I find like.
Well, maybe just the confidence to start making more platforming games in like the indie space.
Yeah. I feel like Celeste is less influential and more so just like something where it's like an art perfected, you know,
like the epitome of platforming
right?
Games.
Because that's how I feel about Shovel Knight. I don't think Shovel Knight inspired things. I think a bunch of things inspired Shovel Knight.
Right,
Shovel Knight is perfect.
To never hone them. Yeah. Okay, now that's more fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Celeste has some sick speedruns too, if anyone's interested in that.
I do like watching speedruns, even if games I don't play.
Yeah.
1000 X Resist. I still need to play this. This looks so sick.
I've heard this is really cool.
Yeah.
Not like pretty clueless on what it is. I've seen a little bit.
That's really surprising that it's Canadian, dude. I thought it was Japanese as hell. Like it looked so anime to me when I was looking at the art.
That's just the image. I thought it would get more info. But yeah. I guess it was made in BC, I think.
British Columbia?
Yeah, so yeah. Inscription.
Oh, no way.
That's
dude,
a
what?
masterpiece.
Damn.
That to me, Inscription is a straight 10 out of 10.
I agree. No, I think that's a perfect game. I can't think
of a single flaw.
Holy shit! I didn't know Canadians made 10 out of 10s game. Like oh, I guess
our indie devs are fires. Like we got
Balatro, we got Inscription. That's crazy.
Celeste
too. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Damn, that's nuts, dude. Inscription is like a perfect game. Like
like definitely my most favorite card game. And it's been on like it was very pivotal in me learning to enjoy card games. It was this and Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
So we played this all together. It was just so much fun.
Dude, it's just such a cool game. Everything about Inscription is cool. The ARG aspect of it is really sick. The story spire, dude. I don't want to spoil too much, actually.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna shut up. But if you haven't played Inscription at this point,
it is a must play.
100% a must play, dude. You usually can find it pretty fucking cheap too.
Yeah.
And like it's not
included on
game.
PlayStation Plus. I'm guessing it's on Game Pass too.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, if you have a PlayStation Plus, you can play it on there. If not, it's always on sale on Steam. Just play Inscription. It's really worth it. It's pretty short.
Go into it as blind as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you don't like card games, just play it anyway. It's amazing. You'll love it.
Yeah, it's really great. I don't want to yap about it too much, give it away. I came to it like years late, and all the twists and turns I didn't see coming. I tried to make sure not to spoil too much. Doing that but even in like YouTube videos, I did actually avoid any talk about this game because I knew my brother had played it originally, and he's like, "Oh my god, you need to play the turns."
Yeah.
And then I tried to stay away from it. But please play it. It's definitely a 10 out of 10.
So good.
Might even be 11 out of 10.
Yeah, like a perfect game. Okay, Outlast, I guess actually super influential. I think it's shit. But
I haven't even played it, but
dude, well, it's basically I think it popularized this genre. I guess Slender Man originally did, but this one really popularized the genre of like the powerless horror game.
I know Amnesia popularized.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Amnesia. But Amnesia is like you have a bit more agency than in Outlast. Like it's not.
I wasn't even aware of that. I thought Amnesia you were the most powerless.
You're powerless, but you have like systems to interact with,
Right.
moving stuff around. You have like your lantern. You have to manage
Would it
your
be fair to say Outlast is kind of responsible for all these like
horror slop.
the horror slop, like the kids play on Roblox and
Yeah.
stuff, like Poppy's Horror Time or
Like that's
whatever?
kind of what I mean.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
feel like this one is kind of the grandfather of horror slop. Also, this game has another form of influence, which is it was part alongside like Five Nights at Freddy's of what made like those like horror YouTubers like Markiplier, like horror game YouTubers, like
Right.
extra explode.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's the kind of game that you could kind of watch someone play it like it was a horror movie.
Mhm.
I think Outlast sucks ass. I think it's just like just play. I just way prefer horror games where you have some agency. Again, like Amnesia, actually, you have agency. You just don't have like combat abilities. But here, I feel like other than like hiding in a closet, I don't know what the fuck you're doing in Outlast. Like you're just basically doing nothing. It's just I don't know. I don't like
Yeah.
them. And also don't have like really good atmosphere or interesting monsters. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just a hater.
Moving on. What are all these XL games, bro? There was like Google XL,
I don't
Poople
know, bro.
XL,
Probably
Google
some like
XL.
.io type games or some shit.
Yeah.
No idea.
Oxygen, yeah. Mark of the Ninja. I've been wanting to play this. You know what this one is?
Yeah. It's like that stealthy 3D ninja game.
It's
Like
2D, I think.
oh, this is a 2D one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the other one. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
I know
Like,
what you're trying to do. Always seen the game quizzes, but yeah, Mark of the Ninja looks cool. I haven't played it. I hear it's good, like stealth mechanics. So
yeah. This screams like 7 to 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Type shit.
More XL, bro. Bit Blaster
More
XL.
Excel. What the fuck are these? No way.
Don't
That kind
Starve.
of that feels Canadian.
It does. It has a
Yeah.
very Canadian feel, the art style and everything.
Yeah.
I tried it a bit. I played Don't Starve together with some friends before, like back in high school. But
Yeah, like this game went hard like back when it was one of the few indie games people would get like on Xbox 360,
yeah,
Live Arcade or whatever. It's good. Like it's a really good game. I just don't want to play it.
I just couldn't
ever
get
again.
into it.
It's
Yeah,
kind of yeah.
there's a resource crafting.
Yeah.
You know,
At the time, super. Actually, this probably is a very influential game. I mean, because that crafting genre was not nearly as popular back when Don't Starve came out, dude.
true,
That, like,
but I don't know
survival
if this game
crafting.
specifically. You think?
I think, maybe not. I mean, this game's pretty unique, even within that like genre.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe.
Which you gotta give it some credit for, because like I don't think there's any games like this, or it's not a very
No, it's a very
common
unique game.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's Don't Starve.
It's cool.
Cuphead. Now that
I had no idea about this. Yeah.
I only found this out like yesterday. But yeah, Cuphead is Canadian. I know it's made by like two brothers who had talked about making a game all their lives, and then they like at like age 30 something, 40
Yeah.
something, they like quit their jobs, and their wives like supported them. And,
Yeah,
like,
that's
they
fire.
banded together and made this like really passionate
Amazing
like work of art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have only played a bit of Cuphead. Definitely a very difficult game. But like immense respect for them for making this game, and like
Yeah, same. It's for me. It's like it's just not my genre of
Yeah.
platformer, to be honest. Like you already know, I'm like super addicted to Metroidvanias. But
Mhm.
even like this is like kind of a run and gun platformer
Yeah.
type of thing. It's not really like it's not as platforming based, I guess, as like the kind of platformers are. There's still like platforming in it, and
Yeah.
everything. But I don't know. I also just played a bit of this. It didn't really gel with me in terms of gameplay, but I love the visuals, the style, how unique it is, and honestly, this made a style popular because now because
Yeah.
like every other game show, you get a fucking
true
Cuphead art
this-
style game.
Yeah, what do they call this style of
It's
art
like
again?
it's like 60s cartoons.
I know,
bro.
but they
It's
have a name for it, like hose pipe or something.
Oh, I'm not
Pipe hose
sure.
cartoons.
Yeah, I
or,
actually don't know.
But yeah, super cool, and like just it's great to see.
It's like
quote
passion-
unquote local, but like
Yeah.
your countrymen being so passionate and producing something.
Yeah, it's like
stuff like
actual
this.
just passionate art. It's full
Yeah.
of soul and heart and love. Like it's the kind of thing you love to see. It's
For sure.
yeah, it's awesome.
To the Moon.
Do you know about this?
Is that the like RPG Maker? Is it an
Yeah,
RPG?
it's the like
I've heard of this.
like tragic love story RPG
Mhm.
Maker thing. This one millions of people watched. Like I think PewDiePie play
Yeah.
this shit back.
I
in-
think that's how I must have heard of it.
yeah. Dude, I watched PewDiePie play it, but it did make me emotional
Yeah.
when I was like 12. Yeah, it did.
Powerful story, bro.
It's a great RPG Maker game. I mean, that I don't think we need to like.
You harp on it or
Yeah,
anything.
but it's cool. I'm glad that's Canadian.
No clue what this is, nor do I care to know what it is.
This seems like slop. Seems like
It's
for
like
every
a Scrabble type game.
yeah
like
for every good
yeah.
game we get 1 or 2 slop games in here.
Yeah. Oh, Crypt of the Necrodancer. I didn't know this was Canadian.
Damn, so that means Canadians technically made a Nintendo game.
Yeah, because
with
they
that
they
Zelda
got to
one.
make the Cadence of Hyrule after.
Yeah.
I really like what they tried to like. It's such a unique concept. The game,
Yeah.
a rhythm based, a rhythm game, dungeon crawler, super cool. Yeah, just
Not
give them
not
credit
for
for
me,
that.
but it's super cool.
Yeah,
No hate.
I
All
like that
love.
it exists.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm glad it exists, just not for me.
Don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Sports.
is.
Don't starve together. Just don't
Just don't
starve.
starve
Same.
again.
Yeah. Spiritfarer, your
This game
favorite game.
sucks ass,
We see
bro.
this game mentioned all the time in so many videos, but it
Mhm.
just does not look fun.
That's just MFs pretending they like it because it's pretty, and they
Yeah.
look smart if they say they like this game. It's like, oh, they're gonna think I'm so smart if I pretend to like this game where you don't do shit, but it has nice animation.
I think it has like good systems and stuff that people like. It's not our cup of tea, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't like this game. I
yeah.
don't. Shout out to the guys who made it. The animation's great. Animation
Yeah.
team, good job. Game design, whatever.
Warhammer, don't know, don't care. Pony Island, don't know, don't care. Do you know what
shit.
Pony Island?
No, I've never heard of that.
Damn, is the list over?
Yeah,
Project Zomboid.
Now that's a
this
terrible
is a game that my buddy bought it for me, and then he bought a 4-pack on sale, and so he gave it to 3 of us, and then a bunch of other friends got it too, and we were trying to play this and figure it out together.
And I spent okay, so there was this moment where everyone needed a bathroom break while we were all playing Project Zomboid.
No, I had to go. It
was just you?
Yeah, my mom called me to like go help her with something, and you guys were in the lobby still, or like in the world or whatever.
Oh yeah, so while you were gone, I spent that
I left for like 20 minutes, by the way.
While you were gone, I spent that time unselling people on this game, convincing them that it is not fun to play. So when you came back, no one wanted to play anymore, and we never played it again.
And to be fair, like it was hard, and I wasn't fully sure if I was like mixed on it. I was down to give the game more of a chance and learn it, but he soiled that. And,
yeah. I understand why people like this game. It's definitely like if you like this like clunky survival-y type of like point and click gameplay, there's definitely a lot there. It's just that I really don't like how it felt, and I was just so tired of interfacing with the game itself, even though the systems in place are really cool and super detailed and everything.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how it felt to play.
Sad.
What's that?
Company of Heroes.
I'm not too sure about that.
Oh man, we're gonna have to like.
Now we're getting into slop territory.
Oh, Mass. Why is this so low compared to everything else?
What the heck? That's crazy.
Mass Effect definitely like industry like leader at the time.
Yeah, what studio makes Mass Effect?
BioWare.
It's BioWare.
They also did Dragon
Age. Montreal. Like...
No, they're from Edmonton.
Edmonton. Okay.
But BioWare obviously not in such hot shape anymore. I think a lot of like the people who worked on these
great games are gone. Yeah.
But BioWare in its heyday, making Mass Effect games. I think they made KOTOR, like Star Wars KOTOR.
Oh, they made KOTOR?
I think so.
Holy shit.
They made Dragon Age. Yeah, like obviously super prolific, like titans of the Canadian game industry. But it's really sad to see how far from grace they've fallen. I wish them well.
Are they the ones that make Dragon Age?
Yeah.
Oh,
they made Veilguard.
okay.
They made Veilguard. They did Mass Effect Andromeda. It's sad, but like
they made
the original Mass Effect trilogy and the Dragon. I think the first 3 Dragon Age games are all very highly regarded and like great, amazing games.
Yeah, Andromeda was pretty fucking hated too. Yeah. They made the famous scene. What's that scene again?
In Veilguard?
Mom, Dad?
No, just Mom. I'm non-binary. At the dinner table, and your protagonist is just sitting there, just like witnessing. Like
the visual is crazy because the visual is like a fucking orc-looking monster chick with giant horns and shit, being like, "I'm non-binary." It's just fucked, dude.
But as Tim Dillon likes to say on his podcast, they're friends of the show. We wish them well.
Yeah, exactly.
So I really would love to see BioWare make a comeback because, like, I think in its peak, it was the greatest AAA studio out of Canada. So,
yeah, well, I mean, back then you also had the Square Enix branch in Canada, right? That made Eidos Montreal. You had Eidos Montreal. That was the same era.
They opened a bit later, no? Or was it around the same?
Around the same time. Like it was Xbox 360 era, right? Like
true. Yeah. Fair. Which we're gonna see. We're gonna
probably, hopefully.
What? Sleeping Dogs is Canadian? I had no clue.
Do you like that game?
I played this in 8th grade, I think. fucking love this game.
People love this game. I've never even tried it.
It was like just like the best like GTA quote unquote clone.
This one is the one that has like a bunch of environmental interactions in the combat and shit. Yeah. I've seen some clips of that.
So this was a spiritual successor to LA True Crime, which was like a game my brother and I had on GameCube. True Crime Streets of LA.
Okay.
And they had a Streets of New York one as well. I never played that, but it was like a cop movie, undercover cop movie flick in a GTA style game. That game was so sick. It had like bullet time diving and shooting. I remember when we were younger, we loved it, and then we heard this game was coming out. We thought it was going to be a direct sequel. It wasn't, but amazing game. I remember the story being really freaking good in this game.
That's what I've heard as well.
Really engaged. It felt like a those classic Hong Kong like crime thriller movies.
Yeah.
And this game is the reason why it's on my bucket list to go to Hong Kong sometime in my life.
Oh yeah, just because of this?
Yeah, well, I just like going through Hong Kong in this game. I was like, whoa, I didn't know Hong Kong was
actually,
so
I didn't know you liked that game that much.
As a kid, I really liked it. I don't think about it much these days, but when I see it, I always give it.
I mean, I see a lot of people give it flowers. Like, I hear a lot of good things about this game.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and yeah, I don't know how it's aged, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I remember at the time. Oh, one thing I really liked about this game was like it's GTA style open world, right? So you have a lot of like car chases and stuff. But it was like arcadey. You can press like the triggers and you can shift the car to the left and right, like to bump.
Oh, like a side, like a side dash.
Yeah, kind of? To like bump other cars and stuff. I really liked that. I remember thinking it was so funny, but super cool.
I mean, we're in the age of remakes. You might see this game come back.
Very possible, or even like a long-awaited sequel or something.
That would be sick.
I can't remember if the story wrapped up or not. I barely remember the story, but I just remember it being good, like enjoying it at the time.
Long ass time ago. More Outlast shit.
More XLs, man. Who are these devs? These XL devs?
I don't know what these are, bro. These are just like.
No clue. Guacamelee, bro. Your favorite game of all time?
No, fuck, dude. I feel bad about Guacamelee because I don't like it, but there's nothing. It's not you, it's me type of thing where it's like the game. There's nothing wrong with it. I just want to get sucked into like a darker atmosphere when I play Metroidvania.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just not gelling with the super happy vibes of this one, even though the combat is fun. Actually, I don't like the combat very much.
It's a pretty like early Metroidvania though, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's old.
Like it was one of the first indies to do Metroidvania.
I think it's older, definitely older than Hollow Knight.
Yeah, for sure.
The first one, at least.
Because I feel like I saw Guacamelee on like the WiiWare shop when I was younger.
WiiWare? Shit, I don't know.
I feel like
maybe
I did.
Wii U. But
I don't know.
Wii, I don't. Maybe. Actually, that's possible. I just don't know. I'm not sure. But it is pretty old.
That's Canadian. Didn't know that. Messenger. Well, I was hoping to see Sea of Stars first, but this is from the same devs.
Yeah.
These are some Quebecois dudes out in Quebec City.
They just dropped a Sea of Stars update that like has Quebec style text,
like the subs for
hey, yeah, stuff like that.
James, if you watch NDC channel, you know that James is a French Canadian.
Yeah,
I'm like pseudo French Canadian ish kind of, yeah. Well, I just mean like I grew up.
Yeah, I got what you mean. Yeah, like around these parts, it's just everyone's bilingual here, basically.
But this was like. Sea of Stars I like way more, but Sea of Stars was cool because there was like a lot of references to like Canadian cooking.
Oh, my bad.
Like there was putting shomar as a dish, poutine as a dish.
Yeah.
Which was really awesome to see. Sea of Stars, I think did really like good commercially. I think they made a lot of sales on it. Sure. So even though it's like they're not making masterpieces here, although Sea of Stars presentation wise is like
amazing.
One of the best indie games.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking indie games ever. It's just the writing that was pretty
writing
bad.
Was definitely like I think the bottleneck of the game.
Yeah.
Like an RPG, the gameplay of the RPG was fun, but not super deep, but like I guess deep enough, right?
For me, it's really like if you had a story that was hooking me, I was playing that game.
Right.
You know, but because you didn't, like it's like the gameplay wasn't. I mean, with RPGs, the gameplay is never enough. You need a balance of decent gameplay and decent story at least. You know,
which is part of the reason why I have a hard time understanding why you like SMT a lot. Because it seems like SMT is just like gameplay focused.
No, I don't agree. SMT,
from what I can tell.
Yeah, because the thing about SMT is like I really like the overarching narrative of SMT where you're kind of because in SMT you usually play as like a contestant to be the next god of the new world that's going to be created. That's why you have to like align with order or chaos and
Mm,
stuff. So first of all, in SMT, I'm learning about mythology when I'm playing,
right.
like real world mythology. They do a really good job with it, and they don't have such bad stories. SMT5 had a bad story. That one
They
was
fixed
mostly
it.
the gameplay just being so good, so bad, so much better in my opinion than most RPGs that it made up for it. But Vengeance has a good story. SMT3, in my opinion, has a good story, and SMT4 has a great story, like Persona level good. Well, it's better than Persona.
Okay.
SMT4, I would say.
Anyways, we got into a SMT
Yeah, sorry.
discussion.
Yeah.
This isn't. It's not Japan Day
You try.
tomorrow, but yeah. Do you remember Sabotage Studios? Right, that's the studio name
Yeah,
for
I don't know.
Messenger. Yeah. Anyways, friends of the show, wishing them well.
Yeah.
Actually, like I'll definitely be paying attention to whatever they work on in the future as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Messenger's
Fez. Is this Phil Fish?
Phil
game?
Fish. Yeah. Legend.
Legend internet.
I
Was he a
fuck with Phil
lolcow? Would he
Fish.
be considered a
Dude, Phil
lolcow?
Fish, okay, he's weird. Phil Fish is kind of like a Kanye type figure for indie games, I think, where
Mhm.
it's just kind of like insanely polarizing, undoubtedly super talented, like
Mhm.
undeniably super talented, but super full of himself, and shit like that.
Right.
Like, definitely a bit of a lol cow in a way, but not
Yeah.
exactly, because it's not like he interacts with people and gets like javated all the time or
Right.
anything like that. He's not like a DSP.
I feel
But
like people don't even talk about him anymore. It's kind of
no.
like
It was just for that time when they had the
yeah,
indie movie or whatever, the indie game movie.
yeah, and
Um,
like he's probably like that whole story is kind of lost on the younger part of our generation.
yeah, that's true.
The
People just
younger
don't know about
Gen Zs,
it.
yeah, and like that even that just era of indie games, like the first wave of indie games starting to get
Like the big,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like the post case story. This is like the Super Meat Boy,
Braid,
Bastion, Braid,
yeah,
Fez era. Fez, by the way, is fucking awesome. Like
I never played
I
it.
played it. It's really, really, really good. I
Is
played it
it's
like back during that indie game movie era. Like
it's a puzzle game?
it's like a puzzle platform. It's really neat. Like at the time, especially, it's like a 2D platformer, but the level is 3D
I've
and you
seen the
spin it.
gameplay,
It's
yeah.
fucking cool what they do with it. It's really, really clever. I'm sad the sequel never happened, but whatever.
Rip. Death Road to Canada, I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. Yeah, it's about it.
Slop.
Are we in Slop Town?
Venba, I wanted to check out just because it's about like brown people, and I'm
Oh.
brown, and it's like a little heartwarming story. I remember like the dev was talking about like it was inspired by like his mom cooking for him growing up, and
That's
something I
awesome.
would check out. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
it's like a short game, it's probably cute, whatever. Probably not like a fun game, but like something
Yeah,
you
probably
appreciate.
not.
Yeah. Oh, Rogue Legacy. I didn't know that was Canadian.
I have a lot of hours in that game. Rogue Legacy was pretty fucking early to the like roguelite wave. Like this kind of inspired the shits like Skull and a bunch of Dead Cells got inspired by this for sure. This game actually had a pretty big influence, I would say. It was pretty fucking popular. I played this like back in early PS4 era. Like that was like my go-to roguelite at the time.
Wait, Space Marine, is this just the anniversary edition was made in Canada, like a dev did it, or is the original one Canadian? I don't know.
Oh yeah, actually I have no clue.
But I remember getting this game on PS3 because I would play Halo at friends' houses who had Xboxes. Not Halo, sorry, Gears of War. And I was convinced this would be my Gears of War experience on PlayStation. And it wasn't Gears of War when I played it, and so I was really sad, and I returned and got Resistance 3. And I didn't really like that game either. That's my story with this game.
All right, good story. What?
Oh,
okay, this has to be the enhanced shit, right?
No, I think I might be wrong about this, but I think BioWare did the first 2 Baldur's Gates.
No way. Wait, I gotta check that. I gotta look that up on my phone.
You check it out.
Yeah, I'll look it up on my phone real quick. Did BioWare?
Yeah, because I think then they sold the IP
Gate
or whatever, or maybe they lost the
2?
license or whatever later down the road, and then
Yes,
Larian-
BioWare did develop both Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. They were the
Yeah.
original creators of the games using the Infinity Engine, while Black Isle Studios was involved as a publisher and had a hand in some related projects. Okay.
So that's what I mean. Like BioWare, like in its
Huh.
prime, was like a titan across the industry,
That's crazy.
let alone Canada. Like they made some of like what people consider some of the greatest RPGs of all time.
That also makes the Baldur's Gate 3 story even more impressive. I thought that was the same team. Like I thought they were.
No.
So it's just a new team that's like, hey, let's pick up this IP.
Well, the team had done other games, like they did Divinity and all that.
Right.
So like they kind of built their skill set there, and then brought it to.
That's
Baldur's Gate
interesting.
3.
That's cool. So it's kind of a miracle game for the people that like that genre.
Yeah. Deus Ex Human Revolution.
I fuck with these games,
I
bro.
love this game so much. I haven't played Mankind. Well, I tried a little bit of Mankind Divided, but Human Revolution. Oh man, my brother and I are big original Deus Ex fans.
Yeah, the OG's so good.
Like I watched my brother play through it as a kid.
Oh yeah, that game's great. Not as much as you guys, because you guys have like a history with it.
Yeah, but like they have a definitely like that summer. I don't know if I mentioned on this chat before. Like there was one summer, it was a Ramadan. I was just like at home, like elementary school, so like summer break, no responsibilities, in bed because it was sunny and my mom didn't want us to go out while we were fasting and dehydrate. In air-conditioned room all summer long, playing games all day. I was playing Oblivion nonstop, and my brother was playing Deus Ex. And I just remember, and like at night, we would be listening to the OSTs of the games before like we'd have to get up to eat again and whatever. But just great memories of this game. This game, like, it felt so like philosophical to me. Well, so did Deus Ex, the original.
Yeah, the original for sure. Yeah.
But I remember like this coming out, my brother was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna have to play it," and just this game had crazy vibes.
Yeah, no, I mean they have like it's surprising how good the modern Deus Ex games are for like how much later and how different they are from the OG. They still keep a lot of that core identity of Deus Ex. They have
that immersive sim gameplay structure.
They have a lot of style, a lot of substance. Like, I think some people are kind of divided on Mankind Divided, but I still think that game is also really good. I know the story. I'd never finished it, but like from what I played, I really, really liked at least the concepts and themes in it. I never got to the ending, so your brother told me that ending sucks. But
yeah, he said it felt like very abrupt, like as if it was unfinished. But yeah, Deus Ex is great. Adam Jensen was like one of my favorite game protagonists for the longest time.
He's sick, dude.
I never asked for this. Like legendary.
Isn't he voiced by Christian, the guy who plays Batman?
No, his voice actor's name is Elias Toufexis.
Oh, so maybe it was just memes where he had a similar style of speaking or something.
Yeah, it was very like Batman Dark Knight style. Like, what'd you do with her?
Okay, that's what.
But yeah, Adam Jensen was a beast. I fucking loved this game, and yeah, great story, great gameplay.
Yeah, Deus Ex is sick. And now
Baldur's Gate 2. Oh my god, look at that chin, crazy.
That's
okay, back to Darkest Dungeon. I didn't know that was Canadian.
Did you play a good chunk of this? I never really got into it.
I tried. It's just it was too hard for me, to be honest.
Too hard?
I'm not hardcore enough for something like this.
I just didn't really like. I didn't really get.
I feel like you would like this though. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't really.
I was actually like considering what kind of game it was, and when I was playing it, I was trying to get into it a lot more than I should have given my tastes.
Yeah.
At the time. And I really wanted to enjoy it, but it was just like too hard and like the planning and stuff. I was just like, no, I can't do this.
Maybe I should give it another spin at some point. Maybe it would click.
Yeah, I like
people
the
love this
concept a
shit.
lot.
Like these games are super respected. So who knows?
Tunic, dude, actually one of my favorite gaming experiences last year. Like I only played it last year. I know it's an older game.
Yeah,
but definitely like one of the best like indies to be I think the best indie inspired by like Zelda.
Yeah, is there anything else inspired by Zelda that's
like that like elevates?
Mina the Hollower might win.
But I'll just say like this like elevates the formula to a new way.
Dude, honestly, the fucking concept of the manual is just fucking awesome.
Incredible. This
like, is awesome.
I think this is maybe 9.5, maybe not quite a 10.
Not quite a 10, but it's
there was parts that like kind of felt a little
draggy.
Yeah. But like it's really amazing, and I don't know if it's a single person or if a small team made it, but I gotta definitely pay attention to whatever they're working on next.
Yeah.
Tunic is amazing, and the soundtrack.
This music, the sound, even just the sound design in general is fucking great in that game. The sound is really, really good in Tunic. It's a beautiful game, also super well optimized. Runs on a bunch of shit.
I played on Steam Deck, played it perfectly.
Yeah, because it runs well on my shitty Aya Neo.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Which is like weaker than a deck.
This one, if you haven't played it, guys, this is another one you gotta check out. Yeah, super awesome game.
Also, this one goes on sale pretty often. This is another game that you can get for pretty cheap pretty often.
And also, summer sale's going on right now, so it's the perfect time. Just another game that you can tell, like, just so much passion went into it, and it really translates into the final product. So, yeah.
I feel like we're going to run out of good games soon, right? Like, surely.
Nobody says my brother was trying to get me to play this.
But I don't want to play it.
The Darkness
2. I think I know what that is. Wait, hold on. Let me just look that up on my phone.
It's an FPS game. I don't know if you.
Okay, it's an FPS. I thought it was because there's
Eternal
a
Darkness. No.
there's an Xbox game that's like kind of like a violent, somewhat. Oh, okay, this is what that is. Yeah, I've never played this. I know what it is though, but yeah, I've never played this.
Yeah.
More
Oh my God! Disney's Pixar Brave the video game.
Oh,
masterpiece.
Definitely a game of all time.
Okay. Oh. What? Oh yeah, Dead Space originally.
Wait, what? No, wait. Nah,
was it not Ubisoft who made
it? Must be the remake.
Space?
That's the artwork of the remake. Dead Space made in Canada.
Electronic Arts, I think, made. EA did Dead Space, or did they just publish it?
The original game was developed by Visceral Games. The remake.
Visceral, right?
Yeah, the remake is made in Canada, not the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fake.
Yeah. Not bad though.
More Mass Effect.
Pretty good remake.
Knights of the Republic.
Okay, so KOTOR was BioWare. Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
Which I think a lot of people consider like the best Star Wars game, right?
It probably is. I played it as a kid on Xbox, like the OG Xbox, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It's super confusing for like a small idiot, like retard kid, but it was super sick though.
I think it's also in the pantheon of like best Western RPGs. Like a lot of people put it up there.
Probably.
And I think like a lot of choice like affects what happens.
Yeah.
In the
There's
story,
a shit ton of freedom
which
within that.
BioWare
game.
Was very like known for is like the
Layers
Renegade versus
choice.
Paragon. That's what they call it, Mass Effect. I don't know if it was by like being evil versus good.
And having like just layered results for choices and shit. That's sick. Rogue Legacy 2,
I didn't play Rogue Legacy 1, but I played a lot of Rogue Legacy 2.
Yeah, I like both of them a lot. 2 is just a better version of 1.
Rogue Legacy 2 has some of like the best movement things. And
it
like,
feels great.
It's just a fun game. Yeah,
super fun.
Yeah. I can't
Surely,
think of what else there is. There's just a bunch of Arkham Origins. I think that's like
the one that was on
right?
Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, I think this game gets a bit too much flack. I like those Batman games. I think this one is not as good as Asylum or City, but still a good game. I still like it.
Goodbye Volcano High.
Oh my God, your favorite. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This one was a good meme.
Yeah.
We made a good meme, I guess.
Far Cry 3.
No way.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, Ubisoft. Yeah. True.
It's Montreal. True. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Like they get Ubisoft have some W's.
Yeah.
Like,
well, this like obviously very iconic. That you know what insanity is.
Mm-hmm.
But little fun fact, just to show bring my Canadianness into this. I work in Montreal. And that's where Ubisoft Montreal is based out of Montreal. And I have a coworker who, when he was in college, he had a film class or whatever. And they made a short film, and they actually got I think his name is Michael Mondo, the guy who plays Voss. This was before he was big.
Mm-hmm.
And they had him act in their student short film. And so, like, I'm 2 degrees separated from him.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
It's a really small world, and And then I think Far Cry 3 made him a big actor, and then he ended up on Better Call Saul after that. So
sick.
Very cool. And
deserved, honestly. I mean, that's like that's as iconic, I think, as like characters get pretty much for video games, like especially from that era.
Yeah,
like you don't get a lot of characters from Xbox 360 era that are that iconic.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed 2, I think, is the best Assassin's Creed. It's either this or Brotherhood for me are the best Assassin's Creeds.
I still think the first Assassin's Creed is like, it's just like as I remember just how exciting it was as a kid seeing what Assassin's Creed was, like the first. So I think even though probably as a game's probably worst, I think like it's still the most like, I don't know, impactful for me at least. Like,
well, that's all Ubisoft anyways, so
they're all the same anyway.
Crazy what happened to this franchise, but
yeah, Ubisoft type shit.
Splendor. No, that's. I don't think this was the.
That's not what popularized it. The 8 pages was like a free game that people could download on browsers, and like that's just a more high production value version. It kind of sucks ass.
Sea of Stars we talked about instead of talking about Messenger. Earlier,
because I guess now we can talk about Messenger. So I'm actually pretty mixed on Messenger. I think it's pretty fun at the start. I'm just gonna spoil it. So if you don't want spoilers for Messenger, skip like 2 minutes. But basically, Messenger is a platformer, like Ninja Gaiden style platformer that becomes kind of a Metroidvania at some point. And I think the game is pretty fun as a platformer and gets kind of shitty once it turns into a Metroidvania.
I have not been like motivated to beat the Metroidvania part. I've tried to play through the game twice. I always get to the Metroidvania part and then start getting bored. And
yeah, it's just not a fun like. It's a cool experiment, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, but I just don't.
I
care
do
for
like
it.
the platforming mechanics a lot, like the gliding and then the hitting to bounce and stuff.
That stuff
That
is
shit
fun.
was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Warframe, is this game Canadian? Damn.
what the?
Well, this is like one of, I guess, most influential like free-to-play type games, right?
Warframe? I don't know anything about Warframe, to be honest.
It's like a looter shooter, isn't it? Isn't it like Destiny type, or am I totally wrong?
I actually have no idea.
Actually, no, it's more like a third-person game.
What is Warframe?
I know
This shit looks so slop, bro. Holy shit.
Definitely is, but it's been going for a long time. So
Yeah.
like it's one of those live services games that's been around for a while. So
release date. I'm gonna look. When did Warframe release? 2013. Damn, that is actually pretty fucking old for a live service.
Gotta give them some credit there. I think it's ongoing still, right?
Do we call it credit? Is like you're one of the pioneers of games getting worse.
Yeah,
like
I guess maybe not credit, but like they did something right if they've been able to stick around.
That's long. Impressive. I mean, I didn't know since 2013. That is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Grippy. Yeah,
she got that grippy. Dragon Age. Never played them, but we mentioned them when we were talking about Mass Effect and
yeah.
Dark Sector. You had this on our Steam page.
Yeah, it's because there was a weekend or a week where this game was just free to buy on Steam.
Oh, right.
I bought it for free on Steam. I haven't tried it, but I have it in my. Hey, now that I know it's Canadian, gonna have to give Dark Sector a spin, bro.
Yep. Prince of Persia. This was like prime Ubisoft, I think.
That's a good fucking game.
The Prince of Persia series was just crazy when Ubisoft was making good ones. Like, I remember.
This was Braid, bro. Braid was not that fucking creative, bro. Prince of Persia was doing that shit first. Braid just copied this mechanic, bro. Like straight up. This game was so cool. Dude, I played a ton of this game like on the OG Xbox as a kid. Mm-hmm. Dude, the parkour, and then if you fail, you could just rewind and start the parkour again. That was so exciting, so fun to do. I think they're remaking this game actually.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, cool. That'd be a nice, because I feel like a lot of kids don't know the Prince of Persia games.
Yeah, and they were so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braid is so shit. Anyway, let's move on. Do you like Braid, by the way?
I never played Braid.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it. It's boring as hell.
Rainbow Six Siege. This is like one of the big shooter games these days.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Siege, whatever. Damn, a lot of slop. Sundered. I keep seeing this one. I think that's a Metroidvania, right?
Yeah, it is.
I think I've been recommended that game.
Metroidvania where you resist or embrace ancient eldritch powers.
Whoops. Yeah. I just want to see.
Oh, they had a local co-op. Maybe we can play.
They have local co-op in Sundered?
Now with local co-op, we should try it together.
Yeah, the visual style is pretty good, actually. I'd be down to try it if they have co-op. That sounds like a fun thing to do.
Cool. Assassin's Creed.
The OG.
Oh, Chivalry. I don't know. These are Canadian.
I didn't know that either.
Pretty cool. First-person blader instead of a first-person shooter.
It's pretty all right. Prototype. That's a masterpiece right there. Prototype.
I think a lot of
sick.
Great like immersive sims came.
That's not an immersive sim. That was an
open world. It was an open world.
Yeah, this is like a Hulk game. Like the Hulk game on GameCube. You just you can destroy buildings, run up fucking buildings. It's like Grand Theft Auto on crack.
Right.
It was so fucking fun, dude. This game is awesome. The sequel's awesome. I did not know that was Canadian. I played so much of this game, actually. I wish they would make a new one. I'd love to see how you make a game like this with like PS5.
It's called Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I guess, yeah. I guess so. Yeah, sure.
But yeah.
Pretty fucking sick game. You
Dead by Daylight. I don't know. This is Canadian.
Friend swap.
Honestly, it makes
pioneers of the friend swap.
It makes a lot of sense that this is Canadian to me. I don't know how to explain it.
Just because it's a cabin in the woods, like it's a lot.
No, to me it's just like the formula of the gameplay, and like I don't know why it feels Ubisoft like.
Do you think friend swap is like has like Canadian aura? It's like a Canadian like like if they told you Lethal Company was made in Canada, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Daylight is not the same level of friend swap as it is
as like Lethal Company
or like Among Us or
I find
Dead by Daylight's like a competitive game too, isn't it?
I legit find Dead by Daylight more cringe than Among Us. I actually think it's so fucking whack.
Well, it has like mechanics around like it being a competitive-ish game, right?
Nah, bro.
There's
Some
like
people take it serious, but it should
there's
not.
like ranked mode in this game.
Yeah, that's why.
There's no ranked mode in Among Us or Lethal Company.
Yeah, but there should not be a ranked mode in this. There's a ranked mode.
Sure,
It's like ranked mode in fucking Mario Kart.
Well, there is competition in this game. It's like one person's the villain, and other people. Anyways,
and how do you even do a real ranked mode for an asymmetrical game design like this? Like, it's not a real ranked.
Maybe you get a score based off of like your rank as a villain and your rank as a survivor.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but Dead Rising 2. Isn't this a Japanese game?
Yeah, it's a Capcom game.
Yeah.
There's no way Canada.
Oh, maybe they had like they outsourced some stuff to some
Canada
Canadian devs.
Make Dead Rising ? What the hell? There's no way. That is some bullshit. Capcom Vancouver made Dead Rising.
I didn't even know there was a Capcom Vancouver.
They developed Dead Rising 2. I did not know that either. Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 3.
Wow.
And then Capcom Vancouver was closed in 2018, and the future of the franchise is now with Capcom Japan. Then they made that shitty-ass remake of Dead Rising 1, so maybe Canada was onto something with this one. Interesting.
I love Dead Rising 2. I remember playing it with my brother when I was younger, or like watching him play and then playing on my own time.
Dead Rising 2 is really good. Dead Rising 3 is pretty bad.
Game, yeah.
Canada, we did one good one. We did one bad one. It's not so bad.
The Baconing. Super cool.
Thanks. No, thanks.
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, the Prince of Persia reboot that they had on 360, Far Cry 2.
We Happy Few, a game that I'll never play, but I see all the time.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about We Happy Few.
Darkest Dungeon.
You know what's really lacking on this list?
What?
Japanese games. I feel like
you had 1000X Resist, bro.
Yeah, true. By the way, we just like kind of went over Thief.
True.
I think this is like the new Thief game, not the old
this is the remake, or not remake, reboot of the series or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this was Eidos Montreal.
Oh, is it?
Was it not? I think it was.
Damn, I did not know that. If that's what that is, that's pretty cool. But I never played it, but I mean, it must be pretty popular. A lot of people, I see that fucking game everywhere.
Prototype 2, Mass Effect.
I love Prototype 2. You love Mass Effect. I feel like now we're going to see a lot of just sequels of shit we've already talked about, right?
And also the ratings are going down now, so...
Yeah, now we're starting to see, like...
Veilguard, the best game of all time.
Yeah, now we're seeing the worst Canadian games of all time, like Veilguard. Holy shit. We were getting a bunch of brownie points. Literally lost all of them just with one game, fucking Veilguard. All right, now we're at the bottom of the list. All right, we made it through. That was
us celebrating Canada and our contribution to games.
Yeah.
And then our contribution to gaming media with this amazing podcast, this award-winning podcast.
Contribution to the world of gaming with Veilguard, everyone's favorite game.
But yeah, honestly, we have some video ideas that are not going to be like the podcast format that we're looking forward to working on.
Yeah.
It just requires a bit more planning and coordination from our end, which is sometimes tough just given our busy schedules.
Yeah.
So we're hopefully you'll see something new soon from us, and
something a bit different.
Yeah, something a bit different. And also, hopefully there's just more like pressing gaming news that we can also talk about.
Yeah, right now
I need some more Metroid Prime 4 type shit.
Yeah, like I need to, dude, for real, Nintendo not having a real Direct was such a fucking disaster for our podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Because honestly, dude, all the shows were so bad.
Yeah.
There's just nothing to talk about.
It was all so, like, if you caught our stream for the Summer Game Fest, it was tragic.
There's just nothing, bro. Like, Resident Evil 9 is coming out next year. Donkey Kong is coming out in a couple weeks. That's it.
Yep.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
Silk Song someday.
Someday. Hopefully this year someday. But
yeah. Anyway, but don't worry, guys. We're not giving up on the podcast. We love our 100 listeners.
Yeah.
And,
it's fun for us, too.
It's super fun to do. Yeah.
And, yeah, hopefully we get some better things to talk about.
But look forward to that weird shit that we're thinking about doing. It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. And I think you guys are going to really, really like it.
Yeah, I think it's I don't think many other people are doing things like this. It's a trend we've seen in different niches.
I haven't seen it for gaming yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it for gaming. So hopefully you guys will like it. And me and James are really excited to work on it. So
yeah, see you soon.
We'll catch you guys soon.
Peace.
Take care.